if I could be like,
legit honest.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I actually don't want it to scare, but.
Yeah. But, we gotta be honest. So,
Okay, say ah. Okay, perfect. That tone, okay?
Okay. So we need to scream.
Yeah. My name is Kevin Quiroz Canales.
My name is Mina K.
I come from Costa Rica.
And I come from South Korea.
Physics sophomore.
Bio or chem? Probably bio and sophomore.
Foundations of science.
So basically, there's 6 stages of FOS. There's FOS 1 through 6, and you take 2 each semester. And when you start depends on your math skills. It's a requirement for every single science major or engineering major. You need to complete all 6 for science majors and 4 for engineering majors. Yes, you need to do all of them, and a lot of them.
I feel it depends a lot with the professors, right? Like there are some professors that are more organized. But in general, they try to cover as much as possible, right? And sometimes that can be problematic, but again, it depends with the professor. Some professors actually know how to do exams, and it's not that stressful.
It depends on the person, to be honest. Like, last semester after my first physics exam, I was like, I was at sushi counter eating with these guys, and I started crying because I felt so dumb. Like, that kind of shit happens, but then to a lot of people, sometimes it's not hard, sometimes it's really hard. So it really depends on your foundations.
Not only that, it also depends on how you see yourself on academics, right? Because it depends on the pressure that you have for yourself.
Okay, you go first.
I mean, it's not that I choose FOS. Again, it's a requirement for the major. And I like physics, so that's why I choose physics.
Science is the only thing I was good at when I was in high school, so I decided to major in sciences. And FOS is just a step that we have to take in order to major in sciences. So, not that we chose FOS, we chose sciences, but FOS came along. Yeah.
I understand the idea behind FOS, and sometimes I share it because for me it's really interesting the fact that I'm learning biology. So in that way, yes, I'm getting a lot of involvement in biology and a lot of involvement in chemistry that I would not normally have. And perhaps in a very bizarre way, you are getting so much pressure on your first years that after that university just gets chiller. If you could consider that a merit, but...
Yeah, that's true. Like, science is basically very interdisciplinary, right? We do get to have a glimpse of each sciences with FOS, but then some people think it's not necessary. Some people think it's very interesting. And also, since FOS is really tough, once you get through FOS, basically what Kevin said, you become more organized and you kind of acquire efficient studying skills that other cores cannot teach you. So that's kind of a merit, I guess.
It's a test that is done to all the freshmen, even if you don't want to major in anything slightly related to science or math, just to determine your math level. So I think there are 5 functions, vectors, trigonometry, calculus, and MVC. Those are like the 5 levels that the math placement test can place you, and depending on how many parts of the exam you actually finish, that's the level that you're gonna be.
It is very important, very, very important, especially for science majors, because if you get placed into MVC, you get to start FOS right away in your first semester of your freshman year. That's kind of a merit. But if you get placed into any other math courses, for example, let's say you get placed into trig or calculus, you have to take it in the next semester to fulfill your math requirements before FOS. And if you get placed into lower levels, you need to take it in your sophomore year.
I think it depends a lot on the person, because like some people actually have a background in calculus and trigonometry, vectors, that kind of pre-calculus stuff. And if you already know that from school, then it's just like review, because it's not exactly that heavy. But that's the thing, you have to review. And I think that's the thing nobody actually focuses on when you're getting to this university. They try to make you not feel stressed, and that's okay, but they actually have to point out that it's important to prepare for that exam. because if you don't know the materials, then it's okay that you get placed into calculus because you are going to learn the materials. But you actually have to prepare a little during the vacations, like during summer, in order to place in the highest level, if you can place in the highest level.
What I did was I reviewed. I finished AP Calculus BC, which included all the materials that was included in the math placement test. So I was confident, right? But then I didn't review enough. I didn't review like the Taylor series and the higher math section. That was part of the math placement test, so I couldn't answer like the last 2 questions, and that's what got me placed into calculus. So if you really want to start FOS, and if you've done enough math up to the level where you only have to review, like not learn the new materials, just please review. Yeah.
Like FOS schedule is one of the most uncomfortable ones, and it sometimes even clashes with other requirements if you want to like double major or minor. For instance, you have to take computer programming for engineers, or if you want to take intro to CS, it can sometimes clash with that kind of stuff that is not supposed to clash at all.
Yeah.
And so even without the kind of required courses, a lot of the like elective courses like course or colloquiums, they're gonna clash with FOS. Even physical education classes, they're gonna clash with FOS.
So basically everything's gonna clash with FOS. FOS schedule kind of works like this. You have a 9 a.m. lecture every single day, so 5 days a week. You have 3 recitations a week, 1 lab session a week. If you're in FOS 1 and 2, you need to take your math courses. Already, that sounds like a lot, right? Because for other major requirement courses, you only have like 1 or 2 classes per week. But then FOS, you already have like 5 lectures a week, 3 recitations a day. In the end, your schedule looks like it's hectic.
There are 4 exams throughout the semester. It's like
Per subject.
Per subject.
That's the case per subject.
So for each, you have 1 interval, 1 midterm, another interval, and then a final. Right? Like evenly spread out throughout the semester.
Yeah, and FOS 3 and 4, you have 3 subjects. But for physics, it's less heavily based. So you have 2 exams per semester for physics, 4 exams per semester for bio, 4 exams per semester for chem. So you have 10 exams total per semester. So that's quite a lot, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Do you not die?
Well, we all survive. Yeah. We die, but then in the end we survive. Yeah.
I'm happy I'm finishing FOS.
Oh, well, he's finishing FOS, I'm not, so I'm not happy.
First of all, you have to understand that this is university, so there's gonna be stress. Perhaps there's not enough stress, but people sometimes come not really realizing that it's not gonna be chill. So you have to put that in your mind first. Taking that aside, this is even more stress than you should actually be having. So take that in mind. Try to work on your like organization skills, because otherwise you will end up having essays, homeworks from other classes at the same time as the due dates for homeworks for FOS, and that's gonna be really problematic.
What I want to say is review for the math placement test. Study hard if you want to major in the sciences, because it's better for you to get placed into MVC right away. And then second of all, just work hard, please. Don't procrastinate. Procrastinating doesn't work with FOS. Yeah, so don't procrastinate. It takes a lot of effort. You really need to be passionate for sciences to get through FOS. So if you just want to tiptoe, just like have a feel of what science is, don't take FOS. You're gonna die.
A requirement that you have to do is like an introductory to science, and depending on whether it's actually applied in a correct way or not, well, you have to take it. So
FOS is stress to me. Because it gives you a lot of stress, I'm telling you. It is really stressful, but I guess you get to learn a lot. So.
I need an introduction of you guys saying hi. So can you guys say hi? It's like hi.
Okay. Hi.
하나, 둘, 셋.
Hi.
Okay, now I need a bye. 하나, 둘, 셋.
Bye.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
That was good.
That was really easy. I could release my stress, but not enough.
Yeah, we complained a lot.
Yeah.